This is Lawrence Tam. I wanted to thank you for coming to this special training webinar we have. This is a special bonus about how, there's a special maybe 5 or 10% of the actual buyer base of Empower Network who will actually understand why the master's course is something special. And we wanted to break it down to you and show you how to maximize it and some of the things that we're doing. And just a brief short history of who we are. My name is Lawrence Tam. Currently, as of today, my name is LT. I am the #1 income earner in Empower Network, and I think I brought in about 550 people. Before the master's course, I did about 360,000. I think currently right now I'm closer to 75,000 for the masters so far. So we're looking at was that 4, 5, 3. So that's in 11 months. My business partner, Toby Black. We're actually called Black and Tam. That's our company. Toby Black, I think, has put in about 800 people. He did a ridiculous amount of people too. And it's one of the things we're going to teach you is it's not so much that you can retail products. We will show you that that's an awesome bonus. But the things we're going to be teaching you from within there, there's so much content. We wanted to kind of show you some of the small things that we wanted to emphasize. But the cool thing is, Toby and I, we have a very different way of approaching things. And the cool thing is both of them work, and we wanted to be able to kind of give back some cool bonuses that you can use today to build your business. Toby, you there, my friend?
I am indeed, brother man. And I just want to say congratulations to everybody. There's like 99% of people that registered here
Yeah.
early and on time. Guys, that shows us that you're here to learn, so we will not disappoint. We're going to come and bring the heat. And tonight you're in for really something special. And like Lawrence was saying, this is high level content that people pay thousands for, and it was a bonus for those action takers who invested the 3,000 or 3,500 to the Costa Rica Masters course. But because a glitch happened in the Empower Network system, and the email went out to quite a few people that weren't, that hadn't purchased. This could be fake. That could, right? I don't know if you clue into this, but I clue into it all the time. Everything happens for a reason. So maybe that email coming to you was for a reason. Right now, maybe you're living the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Maybe you have a cash flow problem. Maybe you're going through a divorce or a breakup and you need money immediately. I don't know your story. All I know is that happened for a reason. So sit back over the next 60, 90 minutes, however long that we go on for, and just take in the mad amount of value that's coming your way.
Cool. So here are the actual numbers. A lot of it's just understanding some of the things that we're going to be teaching you. This is since Monday, which has been, I guess, 4 days. So $73,000 just from one product level. We're going to dive into kind of how that's very important, understanding that's part of your funnel. By you buying the master's course, you you change the way traffic is actually reacting to you. So we'll dive more into that. Toby, do you want to take the screen now? You want to talk about the first bonus of what we're teaching tonight?
Sorry, my computer just went crazy and kind of muted out. What was your question?
Well, one of the cool things about Toby is Toby, he hasn't been building Empower Network for a good 6 months, but because the way he sells, it's a very unique way. Toby and Layla's great in video. Toby's awesome in copywriting, and when you understand what is really copywriting is the ability to sell without you being present. You can write something on an email, someone will read it, they'll remember it, and then they come back and buy. Toby wrote basically for 2 months, did a marketing blitz for 2 months, which then carried him for months on, even after the merchant shutdowns, even after he was building another network marketing business and didn't do anything in Empower Network. The way he wrote and the way he was able to present his business, people kept buying to the fact that he actually out-sponsored me. I mean, I think I'm at 550. And Toby, are you at 800 yet?
Yeah, it's like 804.
Oh, shoot. So if you look at this number, so LT's here, Toby Layla's here. I had a baby, so I was part-time and working as a engineer up until April. Toby Layla were building a multi-level marketing company for a good 6 to 9 months. This is two teams. Two teams. That's just a ridiculous amount of people. Over 1,300, 1,350 now, and we want to show you you're way better than 10% of us. Many of you here, actually, there's a lot of you here that are already making 10,000 a month, but there's no reason you're not making 100,000 a month, right? I believe Toby's on pace to do about 150. I think I'm on pace to do about 200,000 just this month. And we believe a lot of you here who are already $10,000 per month earners, you can actually step that up just with a couple tweaks of your copywriting, understanding your funnel, and really understanding where we drive traffic and how we do it and how to do it passively. Toby, you good?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, man.
Okay,
My
let me
computer.
change it back to you. We got a lot of people in here. Here we go.
Show my screen.
There you go.
Just let me know when you can see it. There.
I got it.
Sweet. So, like Lawrence was just talking about, guys, when you master, you don't even need to master. When you are aware of your copywriting, so rather than doing an FB, a Facebook post, or an email in this way, you're aware that that copy might not be the best, and you step it up to this way. You can sell the exact same thing to the same people and make 10 times, 100 times more money when you master or even just aware of how you're writing. So tonight I definitely wanted to dive into that a little bit. And we'll do some real life case studies. We'll jump to some pages, and I'll just basically break down and blow your freaking mind with copywriting stuff. Because one of the reasons that the Empower Network does so well is because of D squared, right? And two, the major reasons why is Sharp's email copywriting and Wood's ability to use his communication with NLP to get people to buy pretty much whatever they want. The products are awesome. They have great value within them. So D squared then just takes that to a whole different level. So tonight we're going to be breaking that down. So the first thing we're going to touch on, 3 insane elements to copywriting, almost guaranteed to make you more money straight away. We're also going to look at an over the shoulder look at a copywriting badass live case study. We'll probably do a few. This guy's a genius. I know probably some of you on the webinar know. The fundamental keys to upselling that are crucial for mad money making. And Lawrence is going to kill us with that because that man knows how to make mad money. Over three, what do you got? Like three what? 80 or something?
360 prior to the master's course.
Yeah. So 360 prior. So let's just say that's like 430K plus in like 9 months part time. That's what I want everybody to grasp. See, we're not talking about doing this 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, which Layla and I did personally when we first got online. We're talking about doing it 1, maybe 2 hours a day with the formula that we're releasing with the products that you have your hands on with the sales funnel inside of EN. It's absolutely madness. We're also going to be going through why going wide banks the checks. We're also going to talk about building a culture to put more cash in your hand. And this is what I love the most, virtually on autopilot. Understanding why you purchased the $3,000, $3,500 master's course and how you can use that to flip a switch in your copy, when your sales copy, to make you more money right away. We're going to go through a straightforward plan to creating a 10K a month lifestyle. Now, if you're already at that 10K a month lifestyle, then another key number is 30K a month, and then another key number after that is where you want to be 100,000 plus consistently. And then at the end of the webinar, we're going to give you a chance to have 6 90-minute one-on-one training sessions and an introduction to the test group, which is going to be inside our war room, which we'll get to more on later. Basically, Lawrence and I are going to open up our hearts, open up our chest of knowledge, open up the treasure chest, open up our businesses for 10 lucky people for them to dive in. Now, before we get rocking and rolling, and Lawrence, you'll be able to see this, raise your hand on the webinar right now if you know how to do it, if you want to be one of those lucky 10 people, fast action 10 people, deserving 10 people that get inside the war room test group. Just put your hand up, and Lawrence, let me know that there's some
Okay.
people with their
Let me
hands.
see. Yeah, I had to close all the hands down. Cool. Oh man, that is about 50%. 50%. Cool. All right.
I can work with that.
Yeah.
But guys, remember on this training, the more that you give us with raising hands, putting in questions, the more that we're going to get. Obviously, it's all about energy. So let's talk about the first thing here, the three insane elements to copywriting, almost guaranteed to make you more money straight away. It's a simple, simple formula. And when you follow this simple formula in everything that you do, you're going to get results. Just like I spoke about before, if it's just a Facebook post, if it's an email, if it's a sales letter, if it's a capture page, when you just stick to this simple three formula and put these elements in, well, three elements, the formula is a little bit bigger, you're going to get results. So number one would be attention grabbing, and that can be good or bad. Because remember, as human beings, we like to avoid pain, so this would be pain, and we'd like to get the beep out of there, but we want to come towards pleasure. So in your in a headline or the subject line of your email or the headline on your capture page or the first three or four words in your Facebook post, you must be grabbing someone's attention. So if we understand that people want to stay away from pain and towards pleasure, then in our first element, we to grab their attention, we got to poke, prod, stab, and open up a wound and pour salt in that wound on pain. The minute that you've done that, so the minute you grab that person's attention, then you're immediately going to twist them into a benefit, and I'll get to that in a second here. But if your number one element is grabbing their attention and you're focusing on pain, it has to be specific to who you're talking to. Now, a reason that a lot of people on the webinar might not be making as much money as they want to be making online right now could be for one simple reason. You are behind your computer at home talking to yourself, thinking that all of your marketing and everything you're doing, you're just thinking about what you want. When 99% of people out there don't want what you want, they want something different. So what you then have to do is while you're sitting behind your computer marketing, you have to be speaking directly to that person. So just because what your pain is right now, you have to think outside that. You have to really think outside that and understand just because you're a single mom or you're a single guy, bachelor, and you have these things going on in your life, that the majority of people you speak to have those pains. They don't. The major thing that a marketer can do to up their bank account immediately is get out of their brain and into someone else's brain, and they call that knowing your avatar. So make sure that you understand, and I'll give you a general one right now that you can work on. The avatar that you want to be targeting is someone between the age of 27 and 45, male or female. Normally it's a male who has a family of 2 to 3 kids, who has a job that they work full time, so at least 40 hours a week. So does the spouse, 40 hours a week. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They have 2 cars that aren't paid for yet, a mortgage that's eating them alive, and all day, all they think about is wanting to go out with their kids and spend time with them. So now that you know that, when you're sitting behind your computer, you're now not talking about what you want and what your pain buttons are. And some of the pain buttons that you have is what they have too, but for the majority of people, it's not. So now that you know that rough avatar, now in your first element with your attention grabbing headline or attention grabbing subject line or whatever sales letter at the beginning is grabbing their attention with pain, you know what you're talking about. You know exactly what to say. So rather than talking about what you hate, now you'd be talking about finally, now that you've figured out the simple 3-step formula, you can get away from the computer, out of the job that you hate listening to the boss that keeps nagging about this, nagging about that, the person you're sitting next to that you hate because they smell a little bit funny and they're always rude to you, rather than you going through all that, now with this simple three-step system, you can be spending more time XYZ doing da 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 da. So basically, you're taking that person's pain and immediately using it at the beginning of your headline. If you're using pleasure, then it's this is I like to use pleasure a lot because pain's great, but you can attract a certain type of person if you're always just talking about the pain. So when you're talking about the pleasure, that would be one like imagine. You notice how at the beginning of some of the sales videos, Dave's talking in this like really smooth voice with it coming down over like the beautiful hills of Costa Rica and different things, because you're always painting this picture of a really elite, luxurious lifestyle. So the first element when you're talking about pleasure, you'd be saying to someone, uh, imagine laying back in your custom built hammock while the breeze of the Caribbean crosses across your feet, while you can hear the ocean crashing up against your rocks on your private island. So basically, you'd be leading them down this pleasure road. Now, I know a lot of people on the webinar probably in their mind's eye went to that place there. So the minute you can do that in the first little bit of copy as your first element, you're going to be rocking it out. The second element is something like I like to call it the so what. So what element is basically if you grab their attention with pleasure, you grab their attention with pain, now you're giving them bullet points of benefits. Now some people get these mixed up with benefits and features. Some people talk about features more than benefits, and features are important. Like a feature to this webinar would be that you're going to get 90 minutes of pure content delivered straight to your computer screen. Well, that's a feature that you don't have to leave. That's a feature that's coming to your computer screen. That's how you're going to get it through webinar. The benefit of that would be that you don't have to leave the house. You don't have to put on clothes if you don't want to. You don't have to dress up real nice. So there's a pleasure and a benefit that goes with that. So if you use a so what mechanism, really high tech stuff, that every single time you write a bullet, you say at the end, so what? If you can write a bullet and at the end someone could say, so what? You're basically directing a feature, not a benefit. Because when a benefit's in a bullet point, you're now, and let me jump to the benefit. So how you can go from 0 to 30K a month in the next 90 to 120 days without wasting countless hours in front of the computer away from family. That is a massive, massive, massive benefit. If it was just how you can go from 0 to 30K in a month in the next 90 to 120 days, that would be, that's great, that's cool. That would excite people. But then when you say without wasting countless hours in front of the computer away from family, we're immediately playing massive benefit, a massive benefit on someone. Or this one, how you can sustain and scale up that 30K a month income without having to waste tens of thousands of hours or tens of thousands of your hard-earned cash on tweaking, testing, and all that BS. Major, major, major benefits. So when you're writing these bullet points, please make sure that you do not just talk about features. Features are important, and we'll definitely talk about those too, but you want to make sure that it's benefit, 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 benefit driven. So we got the first one was grabbing someone's attention, either through pain or pleasure. Second element would be using the so what bullet point. Basically, you're just piling on benefits to that person. So at the end of reading your email, end of reading your Facebook post, end of reading your sales letter, there's so many benefits in there, they're crazy not to purchase what you're selling. And we don't even need to do it because Dave has done it all through the presentation. I'm just talking about what you want to do to lead up to the presentation. So when that person's there, they're primed in order to take action. And the third element must be your call to action. So many times we see people online who create this content like a video or they create a page, or they create a Facebook post, they create something, and at the end, there's no call to action. You're not telling them what to do. You must direct people what to do. Someone said to us a long time ago, amateurs ask, professionals tell. You want to direct someone to the next step. And you'll see through tonight, we'll direct you to the next step all the way through, because we want to lead you to the right way. We want to lead you to the promised land, and we can't do that if we're just asking you to get there. We must tell you to get there so we know that you're going to get there. You got anything to throw in there, buddy?
No, I mean, you hit it on the head. I mean, I like to have my avatar as a overweight white dude who likes to eat fried chicken watching TV and is just unhappy with life, but just doesn't really know what to do to get out of it. And so that's, if you kind of target that person, and that person and the single mom, I think if you kind of target those two people, it's really easy to kind of write to a certain person that will attract a lot of different people. Oh, and I wanted to add that there was more people who were raising their hands, but they can't do it on their iPhone or their cell phone. They can't raise your hand on a mobile app.
That's awesome. So what I want to do right now is I want to do an over-the-shoulder look at a copywriting badass to give you some live stuff. Let's go. What is? So let's take a look at Mr. Dave Wood and Dave Sharp. In the first part of their attention grabbing, it's so powerful. You're about to witness. As human beings, we love to witness things. Hence, while you're driving down the freeway and someone is pulled off to the side because they've got a flat tire, and you're stuck in traffic for a couple of minutes or 5-10 minutes because of the amount of people that slowed down or stopped to rubberneck. You have that term, rubbernecking?
Yeah, we sure do.
To rubberneck what's going on. We want, this is a terrible story, but it's such makes you realize how crazy people are. There was a terrible car accident where we live in Canada 2 weeks ago, and the accident could have been taken care of within an hour and all cleaned up and everybody could go on, but it took 4 hours because of the amount of people that came out with their cell phones looking at it, taking video of it. As people, we are so curious. We always want to know what's going on. We love drama. We love the pain, even though we secretly want to get away from it. So this headline is really, really, really powerful. I know you guys are getting a ton out of this, and you're just having aha moments when you hear this. So him using witness is a great way to get people captivated, saying, I don't want to miss this. I want to know what other people know. You're about to witness how these three weird, for some effing reason, people, we are very, very weird. And when you see weird in any sort of information, like there's a really, really good weight loss front-ended proposal that goes around the internet where it's like 13 weird tips that your dieting is actually putting on weight. And because of these weird tricks, people love it to death. So the three weird, and actually guys, odd numbers is the way forward. Never use even numbers in marketing. Always use like 97s or 99, 97 or 3 or 13. For some reason, they just convert there. You're about to witness how three weird marketing tricks made $4 million in sales in 4 months without picking up the phone. Now, if that just said, you're about to witness how these three weird marketing trips made $4 million, yes, million in sales in 4 months. If that's all it said, that'd be good. But it made it great because it was without ever picking up the phone. And guess what? The second the second fear of people in the world is picking up the phone. First fear is speaking in front of people in a group. Second fear is picking up the phone. So if you understand that 99% of people you speak to never really want to pick up the phone and make a sales call, then you know when you put that anywhere in your marketing, it's going to help out. Second bullet, and again, remember we're seeing the formula here. The formula was number one, let's get their attention. Number two, let's benefit out the bullets, and then let's have a direct call to action. The second thing here, help thousands of average people make their first sale online with a brand with a brand new no selling approach. So basically, people are saying, well, if other people are doing it, I can do it. If that person can do it, I can do it. Why do you think you always want to tell your story? Because then people see this average Joe, that average girl, they did it, I can do it. Help thousands of average people. Hey, if an average person do it, I can do it. Make their first scheme online or been struggling for a amount of time, they've never made their first sale, they want to make their first sale with a brand new no selling approach. For some reason as human beings we think selling is bad, so we have this dented into our brain, into our mind, that we don't want to sell, when really selling will set you free. But until they're educated, the person comes through the page and like, oh yes, I can do it without a selling approach, that's great. Next benefit, you're about to witness how three weird marketing tricks will be the one thing you do this year that will make you the most money online. Well, we'll show you how, I will show you why, and you'll love it. So basically, they're saying, it's saying no matter what you've done this year, this is going to be way better. We can show you why, and you're going to love it. So assuming that they're going to absolutely love it, no one wants to be told and enticed into something that they want and then told that they'll love it and they're not going to not go and see it. So these three bullets here have just made that person like basically wet themselves to hurry up and put their email in. That's why using the EM funnels works, because they convert just on regular traffic 25, I've seen as much as 45% upfront action into a lead.
Yep.
You got anything to add on
No,
this,
man, that's
Pedro?
good. That's good. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we witness, we don't really dissect. But until you start studying copywriting, you'll see why it works. And the little things that you start to add on over time is when you actually see the bigger difference. So, I mean, sometimes you might get a boost of 5%, but someone who goes, oh, what's a 5% boost? Like, well, if you throw another 1,000 people at it per day, it's 5%. So these small tricks and tips that what we're doing in copywriting is a lot of it is conditioning people before they even go in. And we don't want, like in this capture page, we want them to feel like average people are doing it, right? And if you can do that, then you're relating to the average person who thinks, okay, now I have hope of doing it.
For sure. Here's another one before we jump to something else. This is the best way. There's a couple of different words you can use in the beginning of your headline. Warning is up there. Free is up there. Imagine is up there. Warning, I think, might be the best. I'm not sure. It used to be the best. And then free. So definitely right away, you're immediately having someone's eyes go straight to your page. Warning. If you're wasting time wandering around struggling to make a sale or two in your business. So basically, that headline has just spoken directly to the target market, spoken directly to the person that we wanted the person who's coming online for the first time or been online struggling, wasting their time wandering around. That's exactly how they feel. Some of you may be feeling like that on the webinar. I definitely felt like that a few years ago. And so you're speaking directly to them. So you're leading into the pre-headline is so crucial into the headline because it sets it up. It's kind of like the opening the loop. So warning, if you're wasting time wandering around struggling to make a sale or two in your business, I'll show you three things anyone can do that will get people to fall in love with buying stuff from you. That's so awesome. He's just going to show you three things, not 10, not 20, not 50, not 100, that anyone can do. Anyone. He's not saying you have to be highly skilled. He's not saying you have to have this degree, blah, blah, blah. Anyone could do it, meaning, hey, I'm anyone, I can do it. I want people to fall in love with me. Now, this is even more powerful than you think when it just comes to buying stuff. See, a lot of your target market will be single or going through a divorce or a breakup who are secretly yearning for someone to fall in love with them. So this is really, really embedding some really serious NLP stuff here. So basically, this whole from the pre-headline to the headline is leading up. Let me read it all the way through so you see how easily it flows and how awesome it is. Warning, if you're wasting time wandering around struggling to make a sale or two in your business, I'll show you three things with buying stuff from you. When you enter your email below, you'll be taken to a private page where I'll show you how thousands of people, mostly
Which
clueless
is true.
newbies, it is absolutely true, have started seeing immediate results doing these three things. So basically, all from the pre-headline to the headline, now this is backing it up, saying, hey, I'm going to show you some private information that thousands of mostly clueless newbies, we're all clueless newbies in the beginning, that's probably the person is that's coming to this page, have started seeing immediate results doing these three things. So basically, this person, whoever hits this page, is going to opt in because they want to know how to get people to fall in love with them, how to get people to buy from them, and they see, hey, I don't have to be this huge hotshot guru because clueless people are doing it and getting great results from it. One last thing I want to jump over to here. If any of you guys over some stuff, he's an absolute legend. We love him. Good friend of ours. Great rock star. I'm just going to take a couple of seconds here because his emails are incredible. Subject line 3. Here's that number again. You guys see a pattern here? 3 insights using the dollar sign as the S.
Can you increase your font
Really.
size? Do like a Apple Plus maybe?
Yeah. I do do Apple Plus.
Command Plus.
That's not working. Let me see if I can.
Highlight all in bigger font. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, just open it up. Yeah, this is Mark Hoverson, guys.
This guy's a badass mofo. And if we end up making money from selling this recording, guess what? We'll be more than happy to throw Mark a kickback because he's given us so much value over the years. He's just an incredible dude. We should actually JB with him for sure. So, number three again, insights on time freedom, 2-minute skim. This is so powerful because you're using anchoring the cash symbol, money symbol, in the insights word. So when that person reading it, subconsciously they're thinking about money. On time freedom, no matter who you are in the world, there's something you want more of, even though you can never get more of it, you can just use it or spend it more wisely, and that would be time. And then he actually gives you how long it's going to take and how you have to read it. This is another thing that people love to know how they're going to get the information, how they're going to process the information. So this is really powerful to say, hey, it's a 2-minute skim. Sometimes we'll use quick video. Sometimes we'll use quick read or something like that, which tells the person right away they're not going to spend a lot of time and they can go through it. Greetings from Mark Oberson, he always writes like that. Immediately says, wouldn't it be nice? So right away he's playing into the pleasures. Wouldn't it be nice to know the inner mechanics of how to achieve your dream lifestyle? That's like genius. Wouldn't it be nice to know the inner mechanics? He's speaking to someone's inner self. He's speaking to someone's daily habits when he talks about this, of how to achieve your dream lifestyle. See, when he uses, rather than just saying how to achieve your ultimate goal or how to achieve something else, he says your dream lifestyle. Because when you say that, even though it's a vague couple of words, that person has their own dream lifestyle that they know inside and out. So when you hear that, wouldn't it be nice to know the inner mechanics of how to achieve your dream lifestyle? Hell yes, it would be.
Yeah.
I want to know right away how I can get to my dream lifestyle because I've been thinking and dreaming of it for so long. Powerful stuff. Imagine being satisfied and engaged in your work, plus having time freedom to enjoy your friends, family, and hobbies galore. I don't know about you, but I love golf. I love golf. I play every single day. I'd watch it on the computer, on my iPhone when I'm not playing, play it on the PlayStation. I love it. If someone can show me how to work less and play more golf, I will do whatever it takes to do it. So right here, he is saying, imagine, there's that beautiful word, imagine, so the person's going in the mind's eye, imagine being satisfied and engaged in your work, Most people hate their work. Most people can never stand going to work. Most people never want to do it. So right now he's taking you to another place out of your life, because remember, people don't buy when they're focused on the circumstances of BS around them. They buy when they're in emotion, heightened emotion. When they buy, when they're feeling, they're feeling good. The endorphins are running around their body. The best way to do this is learning copywriting, which you guys will get a crash course here at the end or have access to. So imagine being satisfied and engaged in your work, plus having time for you to enjoy joys with your friends, family, and hobbies galore. So basically, hey, what you're doing now sucks. Let me show you how to be in a place where you love your work, you want to do more, you're excited about it, and you get more time with friends and family. It is possible. It really is possible. So right away, giving them that huge pleasure, letting them pleasurescape, dreamscape, letting them go to a different place, and then if that self-doubt comes in and says, well, does it really work? It really is possible. Below are three key insights on how to make it happen in your life. A Uber, because this stuff is cool. Love Mark Hoverson. Love this guy. I could go on and on and on all the way through the email, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to take up more time. But I know that you guys just got a ton of value just from that simple little 20-minute snippet into some copywriting. Now, I want you guys to blow up with hands and give me hell yes in there and let Lawrence know how much that you truly love that. And let's jump back over to what else we're going to dive into here
Good. Yeah. Awesome
tonight.
info. Very awesome. Tons of hands. Cool. Those of you who are on your iPhone, sorry you can't raise your hands, but throw in a comment here or there, or write a question. I guess you can't chat. Throw in a question. Good stuff. Good. Good. I like that.
Stuff's powerful, guys. When Layla and I first started to jump into this stuff, we took our business from, I'd say, probably $1,000 to $2,000 a month up to about 7 to 8K in like 45 days.
Yikes.
We spent I still remember we spent $1,500 on like 3 courses, and we had to borrow 400 and something from that to do it. We bought 3 courses, and from that, that's when it just started to go crazy. So you guys are gonna download everything from my brain to your brain when it comes to copywriting for sure in the war room.
Yep. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
We are now here, my man.
Okay. So, what are some fundamentals of upselling? The way I see upselling is the fact that you don't actually want people to see what the upsell is. In my opinion, when I do an upsell, I actually put something. David Wood actually did an awesome upsell at one of the events. He basically said there was something to be sold, but it's $1,000,000. You can't afford it, so just keep listening. And so he kind of put people's fears at bay about, oh, it's just gonna cost 1,000, it's gonna cost 5,000. No, that's $1,000,000. Don't worry about it. And so one of the things, like one of the fundamentals I always do is I want to put something far away enough that they're not worried about being sold to, right? Because an upsell, all it really is you're trying to sell somebody another thing, right? And now, as beneficial as it is, the upsells really are functioning because number one, you're selling to someone who's already bought. I mean, understand that. The best person to sell to somebody is someone who's already bought. An example would be at a car dealership. Someone
You
just
want
bought
to
a
take
car, sell them a warranty, right?
you want to take the screen right now,
Oh
bro, so
yeah.
you
Well,
can.
no, I mean you can take it. I don't have much to write on the fundamentals of. I'll take it when we talk about going wide.
Okay.
Um, and another fundamental that I do for upselling is never be the person upselling so much as pointing to a tool that does the upselling for you. You have the benefit of having David Wood to do the upselling. So when someone tells me, hey, look, how do you do outsourcing? How do you do Facebook marketing? How do you do solo ads? I then point to a tool that is being upsold to someone in Empower Network. Because someone on my team goes, hey, look, how do you do outsourcing? I don't teach them outsourcing. I text them, go to your back office, go upgrade to the Costa Rica Intensive. It's there in less than 6. So just having some fundamental understanding of what you're selling will help you in your upselling, right? One of the things I do is I implement myself using it. So I'll have a video showing to my list about a special thing that I learned. Like, oh, if you don't know what that is, click the link below, and this is how you buy more products, because you're showing them it's actually, we don't buy products in Empower Network only to make money from it. You buy products to learn from them, to learn, right? That's it. So don't be the tool. Use tools as tools. Tools being, send them to a video. David Wood talks about it all the time. Send leverage points. Leverage points when you're part-time is you're not spending 25 minutes on the phone convincing someone that the Costa Rica intensive and the 15K and the master's course is something they need because you're trying to sell them. Don't do that. Say, hey, look, the people who make the most money educate themselves the most about buying traffic, understanding where traffic comes from, understanding SEO, and all that. If you want to do a how-to, the best how-to is a 15K. If you want to see over someone's shoulder how they're doing it, buy the 15K. The link's in your back office under training. That's it. Don't sell it. Let David Wood do the selling. Is there something you want to add, Toby?
Just it's so true, guys. Upselling is See, upselling works so well because as people, human beings, we love to buy. Even if it's just at the dollar store, people love to go and spend money. There's an enjoyment, there's fulfillment, you feel satisfied when you purchase something. There's excitement before you get it. So understanding that that person's come through your funnel in some way, shape, or form, live event or at your website, and they said, yes, take my money. I want something. So let's say they bought the $25 basic. That's why it doesn't just stop there, because that person's already said, hey, I want to buy something. Let me buy some more. They're in the mood. It's really, really, really 1,000 times easier to have someone purchase something from you that's already purchased. It's much easier to take your $5,000 a month income or your $10,000 a month income and blow it to a 30/50K a month income, producing more value for those 5 to 10K people. So rather than you thinking you have to go out and build a whole different business or organization or team to do it, you just have to provide more value for that team to make much bigger sales every single month.
Yep. I totally agree with that. And so that kind of leads into, I'll take the screen here. Let me see, where am I? That kind of leads into what we're going to be talking about in here. So, here we go. What we have here is this. Most understanding is that going wide will help your upselling, right? Right now, I think my conversions all in before the masters was, I think it was 24%. Now, a lot of that does come into play because I'm seeing a lot everywhere because I shoot a whole lot of videos. I think to date, since 2008, before, including the YouTube slap that I had a couple years ago, I want to say I have about 400 videos online. All right, and it's just all over the place. Vidler, YouTube, my own Amazon S3 stuff, through my blogs, just all over the place, and through my funnels. Being able to do a know, like, and trust by doing that, your upsells will generally be related to just being able to go through here and people knowing who you are, right? If your copywriting isn't where it needs to be, shoot videos. Videos will help you get there. All right. All right, so let's go wide. Why going wide? I mean, it's just that's where the money's at, right? Going wide. So most network marketing companies, you sponsor, let's say 10 people, right? You sponsor like 10 people, 4 or 5, let's say 5 people, and you want to build in depth. You're building in depth. You're building in depth. That's how most network marketers are, because I mean it is kind of hard to sign up a lot of people at 500 and 1,000, right? But when you're signing up people at $25, I mean, come on, it's $25 and it's already international. You need to go as wide as you can, and this is why David talks about 2 a day, right? So let's put into perspective. I've in 11 months, I think I've put in 552 people. And if you were to do the numbers on that, let me see here. Let's do some quick numbers. 552 people divided by 11 months is about 50 people a month. 50 people a month. I'm only doing about 50 people, 50 basics per month. That's not even 2 a month. Can you imagine if I did 2 a month? So shoot for 50. Shoot for 2 per day. So what we're wanting to do is kind of give you a bite-sized chunk of understanding. If you do 2 per day, it will then lead to bigger numbers of per month, which then leads into the funnel, right? My funnel being 24% all in. I think it's like 25% Costa Rica. So these are very similar. Now, my hope, and we're anticipating, if this master's course, which is $3,500, and if it's anywhere close, let's say it's 20%, this thing will it is going to go through the roof. Now, we won't know because we're launching until the numbers kind of settle, but all this hinges on going wide. You got to go wide, all right? The system will take care of itself. A lot of times, we've seen many people who try to build. Maybe they'll build 50 people, and then they turn into like the tech support center, right? They're like doing people's AWeber. They're taking phone calls. They're doing hour training sessions. If you're part time, you can't do that. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. Your time is limited. You need to put as many people into the funnel, and you're going to find people who are ready to step up, who understand marketing, who have a marketing budget. You can help more people by giving them hope and giving them the tools to succeed than trying to teach them. See, what happens is if you try to teach them, they think they got to teach their people. And if they're newbies, if they're new to the industry, that is a scary thought, a newbie teaching another newbie. Don't do that. And what we're talking about is just you always deflect, you always point to tools, which is the EN funnel, just being able to go to trainings, Monday night calls, Monday calls, and just buying all in. And if you do that, you will save yourself so much time, which then gives you more focus on just putting more people, more people, more people, more people. Your only goal is $25. I mean, come on. Your goal is to make $50 a day. I mean, how hard is that? It ain't very hard to focus on two $25 sales, which is $50 worth of sales per day. Per day. You got something to add, Toby? Nope. Okay, let's
Yeah, I was just working out. You hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now.
I was just working out ours there, and it's 73 people a month, so it's almost on track
You're doing
for.
more than 2 a day.
So, guys, what's so crazy about that is the stuff that I just went over, stuff Lawrence is talking about with videos, and the War Room members. You guys are gonna get that direct info that you can do, maybe, maybe, maybe a week and a half's work of work when I basically mean some emails and some videos, and made close to 300,000 over an 11-month period doing nothing. Just way to throw that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So now that we're back re-engaged, it's going to be scary to see where I need to gun to that number 2 spot again.
Yeah.
Number 8's it's not feeling it.
Yeah, yeah. And here's the magic. I think most people don't get when I say I think I talked to Tom today. I'm like, "Hey, what are your numbers?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" you know? So know your numbers, okay? You are right now, if you're part of the master's group, you are an elite crew just for the fact that you have so much information at your fingertips. But I want you to really focus on how I drive my business without using my time. See, a lot of people have finite amount of time, right? And a finite amount of money. But once you get more money, you can then, it can then act as your time. It's like workers. It's like employing people. It's like outsourcing, using your money. So once you have a budget, I mean, you don't need a large budget. I think anything from 500 to 3,000, you can start doing some serious good to your funnel. Numbers, what happens is you put people into a funnel. When I say people, they're not buyers yet. They're leads, right? And when you do this, all right, leads. When you do this, most people go, oh, I generated 100 leads. I only got, one sale. Or, they say, oh, I have 100 leads, but it gave me 0 sales. I always like to have the analogy of a guy who's getting at bat and he's getting a pitcher and he's throwing the ball It's a batting average. So if you gave someone 10 at bats and he hit nothing, is his batting average 0? No, I mean it's not a big enough sample size. You need a big enough sample size to see what you're doing. The problem with the way most of us build when you first started out was I want to build it for free, so they're only blogging, which is fine. I mean, this is kind of what I did too. But I'm telling you, this is a quick way to shortcut it is you should be outsourcing your SEO and blogging, and you should be spending more of your money and your time in paid traffic, period. All right? You can then work on your SEO if you want. Okay, SEO legitly is a good thing to do, but it takes so much time because you're waiting for Google to index you, get your backlinks in there. It's very time consuming. We want to get you to, making 10K a month in the next 3 months, not 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months, depending on how much SEO content you put out there. So just outsource it, okay? Just outsource it. I mean, if you have a job, one of the things I like is, I tell people, look, if you have a job, you have funding. Okay, if you have a job, you have funding. You are not a $5, $10 hour person. Spend 3, 4, $500 to just outsource your SEO, so then you can focus your more time and money in what I like to call paid traffic. If you do that, you will then be able to see a bigger sample size going into here. Instead of having 100 leads, you have 1,000 leads. You have 5,000 leads. You will then be able to see the numbers, and what the numbers I'm talking about is you should understand what the percentage of all in is for you, number one. What is your percentage of all in for you, number one? So if I were to call you and we're doing a coaching session real quick, 10-minute coaching, because there's obviously a lot of you, but we want to touch base, and we want to talk about, hey, look, real quick, what is your percentage of all in? Just have a rough ballpark, because it does change. And number two, what is your lifetime value per customer? Lifetime value of what it is. How do you calculate that? Very quickly, it's pretty easy. So what you do is you take the amount of total income from Power Network. Okay, so you add up your basic, inner circle, your Costa Rica intensive, your 15K, and then now your master's program. You bulk all of them into what you've made total. You then look at how many you've sold in your basic course. So let's say total you've made $100,000, right? That's cool. And then in basics you had 100 basics. So if you were to do a relationship between money per basic, you would then do 100K divided by 100 people, which equals $1,000. $1,000 per member. That's a killer number to shoot for. Okay, this is a magic number. All right. Now we say lifetime, but lifetime really hasn't achieved yet because obviously we're still in the game. We still have a residual. This is stuff like ClickBank people don't have because they'll drive traffic straight on the front end and they won't make any, they won't know what the lifetime value is because they're only making money on the first initial purchase plus OTOs, which is one-time offers. We have a rolling residual income from the 25 and 100, plus we have a high converting sales funnel that you will then plug into your autoresponder. But this is what you really want to focus on. Figure out that number. This number is critical because here, for many reasons, if you found out, Lawrence, I make $1,000 per member. That means if you spend less than $1,000 to acquire a new member, you actually profit that difference, which is basically the difference is now your profit, plus you're generating leads, right? If you were to spend $1,000 per, if you're spending $1,000 per, and you're breaking even, you break even. So someone goes, "Oh, you didn't make any money that month." If you spent $1,000 per member, how many leads did you generate to get there? So if you were to just do some quick math, all right, before I lose a lot of people, quick math. Let's say you convert at 1% upfront. Okay, 1%. So you generate 100 leads, however you generate them, 100 leads. That means you spit out one basic every time you do that. That means if you wanted to do 2 per day, you would need 200 leads per day to get 2 basics. Okay? Now, 1%. How much are you spending per lead? Right? Let's say you're spending $3 per lead. $3 per lead. That means in this equation right here, you're spending $300 to acquire a new basic. This is the same thing. You spent $600, but you got 2 basics. If you told me I am spending this amount of money to get a new basic, but your LTV is, now no one's 1,000, right? Yet. All right. Actually, with the master's course, it might be. So I don't know yet. But lifetime value right now per member is that means you're making the difference. You're making about $700. Sorry. You're making about $700 per basic, plus you're getting all these leads. Understand that. Most people go, oh, they're looking for the sale. Do you understand how big your list is going to get just because you're going after 2 basics? Huge. And this is from 1% upfront sale. What do you do with the 99%? You get it. It goes into a follow-up. Understand the true asset on the internet, and it will always be this way, will be your list. All right? So from all that, going to building wide, understand your LTV, and then if you can understand your LTV, you will then know what you're willing to spend to acquire a new customer. Satellite companies do this. Phone companies do this. Comcast does this. Why would they be willing to spend $500 to acquire a new customer? Because they understand the value of that customer over time. Referrals, pay-per-views, upgrading packages, being a customer for 10 years. You need to understand your lifetime value. Now, if you don't have enough numbers, you can't produce that. You can't anticipate that. This is why we want you to know. You will know that much faster. Just go sign up more people using paid traffic versus SEO. Let's go through, let's see, building culture. Yeah.
If you're sitting here right now and that just pickled your brain, or if you're sitting here right now and you're making money and you're like, that makes sense, what we have in store for you at the end is just going to take that to a whole different level, because that's the stuff you need to know.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that takes you from being a good business owner to an extraordinary business owner, entrepreneur who's making the silly money, slap your mama in the face money.
You say slap your mama in the face money?
Slap your mama in the face money.
Oh, shoot.
I would never slap my mom in the face. But.
Oh man. Some of you have never seen my back office. So let's look at what the number one income earner looks like. You get this all the time, Lawrence. You can't make enough money on a $25 basic. This is a scam. You have to upgrade to make money. I say BS. I've made 81 grand on a $25 level. You actually make the most on the inner circle. So if you're not busting your butt to get people to the inner circle, you understand that's the most money you make. This one upgrade. That's it. Just one. Now, so I was talking to a couple leaders in San Diego. This is actually your most important. I want to star this, triple star this for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's your highest paid, it's your most income, is your inner circle. And so you wouldn't know this until you do numbers. So some of you haven't done enough numbers to actually see this, but the inner circle is the most money, as number one. But number two, and something you might not realize, number two, it actually upsells for you. The more people you get into this program, they're going to buy more stuff down here. Period. Why? They're listening to this. They're programmed to listen to the inner circle, to understanding. If you want to learn more, buy the Costa Rica. If you want to learn about outsource, buy the Costa Rica. Oh, you want to see more of a how-to, buy the 15K. Oh, you want to see how you can scale your business from 0 to 250,000 a month, buy the master's program, right? You can definitely do that just by getting people to getting the inner circle upgrade, which is a continuity program which pays you monthly. You build this within your teams, you will have massive amount of pass ups from your team members who then pay you a monthly fee. All right. So if you're just looking at this, Costa Rica is another one, and then 15K. 15K, we've only had at the $1,000 mark for, it hasn't been that long. It was like $250 for a while, and then we turned it to $1,000. And then now understanding so some of you are top tier people. And top tier people are like salivating. So knowing a top tier in one day you can do this type of production and you actually can build depth. All right. I think Dave touched on this. Let's say you signed up 10 people. Let's say a whole bunch of people. You signed up, and then one of them didn't really buy. He just bought the inner circle. He didn't buy anything. He bought the inner circle in the Costa Rica. This one bought the inner circle Costa Rica. Jumped to 15K and got the masters. Cool. Now he keeps that first one. What happens is some of these people will buy, but don't buy the masters, right? Because of whatever limiting belief. You could literally be like 50 levels deep, and someone goes, dude, that master's course for 3,500 is freaking sick. Being stuck is stuck. I want to learn how you go from 0 to 50. This person rings the check, rings the register. These people were not actually qualified because you in our program cannot make money on the products you do not own. You could physically have someone go way the freak up here, and now you're tied at their second, their fourth, their sixth, and every fifth. 50, 100, 1,000 levels deep. This is killer money you don't see in any other top tiers that I know of that can do this type of production. Why? Because we can build so wide. All right. So this is just the back office. I mean, this stuff, we want everyone in their mamas to be making $100,000 per month, and you can do it. It's a funnel. Build as wide as you can, and we're going to go through the steps of actually how to do that. Okay, we're going. You wanted to touch on culture, Toby?
Yeah, let's jump to
You want the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give it to you.
That was Pim, dude. Did you hear me take a screenshot?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, I took a screenshot and I whipped up a sick little image for us to use. You want to see what a pimp's back office looks like?
I see you now.
Okay, you guys can see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
So here I wanted to talk about building culture to put cash in your hand on autopilot. The reason that Layla and I have been able to do 260 or whatever is 1,000 in EN in 11 months fully, we were saying kiddingly 100% part-time. Now that's changed to help you kick ass again. The reason we were able to do that, the reason Lawrence was able to do over 400 is by building culture. And we don't mean we have to spend a ton of money, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to do it. All you have to do is spend your number one commodity or invest your number one commodity, time, and it just has to be a fraction of your time. It can be as little as 10 minutes a day. It can be as little as 20 minutes a day. So all you people that sit on Facebook for longer than that a day, you're doing yourself an injustice. So what we do here, and Facebook is just the easiest way to do it. If there was another social platform, we use it, but this is just the easiest way to do it. Basically, Skype's a good one too, so make sure that you're part of the Skype chat room. And Lawrence, I just started a new one for our team. I know you don't use it a lot. If anybody in your team wants to join in on the Skype chat room, basically every day I'm just going to jump in there, answer questions, give value, insight. So we'll definitely let you guys get into that. So basically, building this culture, you can do it through obviously email, picking up the phone, making sure people are good. You can do it through video. Video is a great way to do it, but always have it funneling back into what we've been using and it works so well for us for years, and Lawrence, is Facebook groups. Because in here, it's not just you speaking to people, one-way traffic, one-way communication. Now it's you, but it's everybody else at the same time, all chatting with each other, building this society of people. Apple does so well. It is 50 million or whatever iPhones in their first week, 20 million iPhones or whatever in their first week, having people line up around the store because of the culture that they breed and everybody being as one together in this unit. So some quick tips would be, obviously, number one would definitely be have a group. Even if you have 3 people inside and even if you have 10 people, have yourself your own personal group. The in there and Skype chat room if you want, but every single day you invest that 10, 15, 20 minutes to come in and answer questions, share training, so share value, even if it's just a 2 minute video. Like today, I sent my dad $5,600 to help pay for something for the house. So today I just shot a quick two minute video and put it on our group and started conversation about that, and had a lot of people tell me some things that their hopes and dreams are to do for their family. So just that quick 2 minute video brought us to closer together as a unit. On there, you can start questions. This is something that Tam does so well. He'll actually start polls and get people voting on different things. Incentives, something we're about to roll out, and I'm going to talk to Lawrence about it, is daily incentives, as Lawrence and I will roll out for the team. Whoever goes out, makes first two sales or whatever level, or first five sales or whatever level, is going to win something.
Oh,
And
I
yeah, it's cool,
I
eh?
like.
That's definitely something that we should roll out. And what I want to put out on the webinar that we're going to roll out, I'm sure Lawrence will do the same thing. The first person in our team to get, and Lawrence can do this too, the first person in our team to get 214 people all in, we're going to give them $100,000.
Oh,
So the first person, and we just signed up a couple of badass mofos who I know could kill it. So the first person that gets 214 people to go
shit.
all in, we're gonna give them 100K. Probably do it at an event on stage. It'll just be absolutely retarded.
That's gonna be awesome.
How crazy would that be when you're giving someone a 100K check just from you personally? And that's what we have access to here, guys. So those are some of the things that you can do within your team. And I know that you love that one about the incentives. And this is just something that we all can do together as a group to help each other out. Really, the most important thing about building the culture within Facebook is letting everybody see that you are there for them to win. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, Layla and I haven't been there over the past few months because we've been 100% focused on something else. And now that it's at a point where we can realign our focus and help more people out here in EN, now we're about to step it up again. We are stepping up again. So you're going to see us at your corner, at your back, helping you go through it every step of the way to get there. And doing it inside of Facebook is really, really, really powerful. So even if you have 2 people on your team, or you have 20 people on your team, use some of those tactics inside of Facebook.
Hey, what is your Skype name so people can add to it, or Skype group? The
My,
group.
they just add me,
So what is your Skype?
Toby1616. So TOBY 1616. Just add me saying, hey, it's such and such. I'm in Lawrence's team, or I'm in your team. I want to be added to the new chat room. And there will be never any link, or the only links in this chat room will be training. Like for an example, I gave out, I just got out with this really cool tool, online
Oh, I
tool
saw it.
that
It was
in
sick,
that
man.
one
I was playing with
guys.
it.
Yeah, it's so wicked. So just stuff like that. Whenever I pick up something really valuable, I'll give it to everybody. And this thing was wicked for everybody on the webinar. And I don't even know who this Justin Quick guy is. He could be selling something at this domain, but I don't know. It's not here. It's not an affiliate link or anything. But this thing right here is wicked. You can create headlines and all different kinds of stuff. So that will just be, it's a kind of an example of what's going to be shared.
That's sick.
And then another sick thing, guys, even like a couple of the testimonials I have in here already just from a day, you can then take a screenshot of it, and I actually did a training on this to show people how to do it. Take a screenshot of this cool comment that someone left, and then you throw that in your video, you throw it in your page, and it's building your brand, building your social proof. And it doesn't just have to be monetary, because guys, that's only one reason why people buy. You can be lots of other different triggers too, so really, really key to do those too.
Yep. Love it. I love it. All right, are you ready to talk about flipping the switch?
And yeah, that's yeah, that's because I love it. We're just such passionate people. We speak forever, and people just love it and love it. So understanding why you purchased the 3K Master Course and how you can flip that switch in your copy to make more money. See, there's a reason why you bought that course. Now, there is many different reasons why people buy. One would be price. Some people buy because they feel they're getting a deal. That would be price comparison. Some people buy because the price is high.
Yes.
It makes it exclusive. It makes it exclusive. If we were to offer this training webinar at $97, a portion of people would buy. If we were to offer it at $197, a bigger portion of people could buy or would buy because they see bigger value in the higher price tag. Why do you think idiots like me spend $400 on a wallet because it has the Louis Vuitton symbol on it because it's exclusive? Why do you think people fly first class even though it's the only way to travel? Why do you think you buy a $200 toothbrush? Yes, it's the best way to clean your teeth, but it's about that exclusivity. It's about moving up and being in that inner circle. So one of the reasons people buy would be price. So a lot of people bought the $3,500 course because they saw, wow, that's a great deal for all that 14 hours worth of content, all these people that have made millions and millions. They're giving me all their tips and insight and secrets and blah 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 just for 3,500. I'm getting it for sure. On the other flip side of that, some people saw, well, 3,500, that's a pretty good price for information product. That's exclusive. I'm definitely going to get that because the price is actually higher. For other people, they buy because they like to collect things. Why do you think stamps?
Stamps.
Why do you think scrapbooks? Like, why do you think, what are some other crazy things people,
Coins.
Some people
Purses.
collect, yeah, shoes. Some people collect courses, guys. Some people, maybe I do, collect courses.
Education.
So understanding that you can not just sell by the price, not just sell by all different things, but sell even for the collector value. That someone knows when they buy the course, they're going to get the PDF, they're going to get the video, they're going to get the content, they're going to get the book, they're going to get the sticker that comes with it. They love these things. They can't wait to get their hands on it. Some people buy courses because they want to be part of the in-group. Maybe in school, they were the person that was all alone while all the cool kids were all hanging out together, doing bad things that cool kids do, and they were always on the outside. So now they have a chance to be part of the inner circle. They want to buy because they want to be a part of the inner circle. They want to get a part and be a part of the feeling. They want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And they get that when they purchase the course. See, guys, right now, a few of you are probably having some major aha moments because you've been targeting all of your verbiage in your marketing strictly to price. Because you've been price conditioned growing up. You feel that that's all there is to talk about, but there's not. There's social. You can actually talk about leading someone to buy something because they're, oh, this is a perfect example. So you have your house, your neighbor has their house, and you both have pretty identical front yards, both have pretty identical house, but the A householder has a Maserati and B householder has a Honda. The cars do the same thing, gets them to the same place, takes them from A to Z, gets them to the same location, but it's how they look and feel inside of that vehicle, looking at all of having their next door neighbor look at them. It's like when you go to the Christmas or the holiday party with friends and family and everybody's partying away and you pull up in your brand new BMW, your brand new Maserati, your brand new Ferrari, your brand new toy or whatever you want, or you don't buy the toy, you show up in an amazing outfit and the money just leaks from your clothes, and everybody in the group turns their head around to look at you swagger through the front door because you are king shit, because now you can afford it because you've created things in your life. Me being kind of, I love to wear nice things and to be confident in myself. I would buy for this. I have bought. It's the same thing when someone goes into a shoe store or a high-end suit store. The salesperson, if they know what they're doing, or a watch store, if they know what they're doing, they play up to that person's ego. You deserve this. It looks great on you. You play up to that ego, so they purchase. I know a lot of people are sitting there going, "Holy shit! I would have paid $3,500 just for this training." Oh, Layla just came in to tell me that our goldfish died.
Oh.
He's not a goldfish. He's a fighting fish. I actually thought about him tonight when we were in the movie. I'm like, I'm sure no one's fed him for like the past 2 weeks.
Shoot.
Poor fish. So
Oh man.
send some love on Layla's Facebook wall because she's kind of upset about the fish.
Oh. Oh,
So guys,
just a quick ad. Toby and
yeah,
Layla
yeah.
are a couple who will spend hundreds to thousands of dollars on hats.
Oh yeah, baby.
Hats. Understand that. And so the 2 points I want to drive home is number one, if you don't have a high priced item in your funnel, most people don't until now. People are looking for it. They're just looking for it, right? And if you don't have it, they'll just spend that money somewhere else. But now you have that option to be able to sell it. And the second one is just the fact that, hey, look, you're having David Wood to sell it for you. I mean, how easy is that?
D squared to sell your stuff.
Yeah.
And guys, when I'm glad that we got into that there to understand different things that people are that why they buy. And I'm telling you the stuff that you're gonna learn from this now all your posts, your FB posts, your emails, your videos, you'll be pulling on all of those strings. So you're talking to a much larger, or you're talking to a more specific but much larger group of people's buying habits. So you can turn someone's mindset from being negative and not wanting to buy into can't wait to buy it, just a huge buzz saying yes, I want to get my hands on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's jump into the straightforward plan to creating 10K a month lifestyle
I
that
like it.
you absolutely deserve. And one of the reasons you haven't probably had the success that you want is because it's been you've made it so difficult. Instead of focusing, I have to take a second and write that word because a lot of people never actually do it. Instead of focusing on 1 to 2 traffic sources, marketing strategies, you're doing 5 to 10, trying to do them every single day, and you're not putting enough focus in one area. That's why you're not generating traffic. Traffic is the easiest thing in the world. There's a button that says easy on it. It's the easy button, and you press it and traffic comes in. The reason you haven't had easy traffic yet is for 1 or 2 reasons. This, or you haven't been connected with LT and I, so you can just pay us and we send traffic to your site. You can start out as little as $100, as little as $500, and see results. You can take $250 or $1,000 for traffic through us, sign up on the low end, 2 to 10 people. Take those 2 to 10 people, build the social proof with them signing, do everything that we're teaching you, and turn those 2 to 10 people into hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And then you leverage that story to go make more from the 2 to 10, which then you leverage that story in your follow up. And we'll show you how to do all of this to go and make more money.
Yep.
So number one on your daily plan of action is generate traffic to get subscribers. The more people in your list, the more money you're going to make now, the more money you're going to make down the line. Don't care how you generate the traffic. Easiest way to do it is by giving us money to do it for you. Number two, shoot daily. This is daily. 1 to 2 2 to 5 minute storytelling videos to point to your end buy link. So basically, you could shoot. I mean, even when Layla and I were first getting started out in the first few months of being online, we were shooting 1 to 2 videos a day, not about how much money we had made, because we hadn't made much money. We maybe made $25, maybe not even anything when we first started shooting them, but we were shooting videos on how-tos. We were shooting videos on mindset. Because Layla and I, for about 2.5 years, would lie on a floor for 30 minutes each day with music in the background, holding hands with our eyes closed, and visualize the lifestyle that we have today. So we would cut videos about that. We would cut videos on mindset, videos on what we're doing, videos on everything. And then at the same time, build your brand, build your traffic, and it builds your story so more people want to buy from you.
Your conversions and your upsells skyrocket due to that.
free generate traffic once you're cutting those videos, because remember, the funnel is done, the sales process is done, the traffic is going to be done when you hire us. So everything is done. You're just filling in the bigger, you're filling in like the little gaps. You're filling them in with your story. You're leveraging our story, our crazy huge money story, but you're using your story in there for the how-tos, the mindset, so that person gets to know you, gets to know you Inc. all the time. The third step is getting on the phone to upsell all in. Now, there's a difference between calling a lead and calling a buyer. Someone who has come to your website and just put their name in is a punk when you pick up the phone. Unless you've done all these storytelling and stuff right, they actually want to hear what you have to say 9 times out of 10. That's why people hate picking up the phone, because you're calling punks. When you call a buyer, someone that's already said, here, yes, take my money, the whole conversation changes. Now, instead of you being, this is your prospect, instead of them looking down at you because they're just the lead, now they're looking up at you. You are the guru, you are the genius, you are the person they want to talk to, you are the mover and shaker, you are the person they want to give money to. They've already proven it by giving money to you. They're basically asking for, what do I do next? Oh, what you want to do is upgrade to get all the products, because that's where all the training is at. This is a really simple process, guys. If you focus on this daily, you focus on buying traffic. So and yes, learn SEO, learn that other stuff, but at the same time, have paid traffic coming in so you're making sales right away. Shoot 1 to 2 videos every single day, getting it out there on email, on Facebook, on YouTube, any other site you can get it on. Just syndicate it to build the story, and then get on the phone and upgrade your buyers. Remember, you're not calling people. It's the game changer. It's the game changer. Rather than calling the lead, you bring that first person through. They come through your capture page. They come to the sales page. They decide, yes, I want to buy. That person is then qualified for you to speak to them. That's them said, yes, I am serious about my future. Call me. Anything to add to that, bro?
Nope, good. I like it. I like it. I mean, yeah. I mean, we say don't call your prospects in data, because these are people who have not been screened. But if you call your buyers and you can get them to go all in, I mean, is your 20-minute talk to someone worth $4,600? I mean, come on. Tell me a person who can spend 20, 30 minutes on the phone and make $4,600. It happens all the time. There's actually a guy on the phone right now on our a webinar. I don't know if he's here right now. Josh Buck. Man, I don't know if you can talk, man. If you can talk, raise your hand real quick. Ah, you can't talk. Okay. Cool. That's cool. Josh Buck, true story. Josh Buck, I'm in my Beamer. I've taken Jessica to return some clothes because of some kids' clothes that weren't fitting, and I had about a 10 to 15-minute window. Josh just bought at the $25 level. I call him and I go, hey, look, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. What are you doing? I'm trying to find out where his pains were. He's successful. I think he owns like a couple businesses. I think he owns a dojo. Ultra successful, but he just wants to make more money on the internet because it's more passive, it's leveraged. And I was telling him, like, well, these are things we do. This is how I do it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Go ahead, log into Empower Network and buy the products, because the products are going to show you how to leverage a business on the internet. He understands, to learn how to build a business on the internet, someone's got to teach you. And I'm like, don't learn from me, learn from the actual source that teaches everybody how to do it, and this is the proper way to do it. You defer to tools. Josh Buck is all in from a 15-minute call I had in my car waiting for my wife to return clothes. Now think about that, right? So if you don't have the time to hire or have the funds to hire a closer, just get on the phone with your basic person and say, hey, how you doing? See where you're at. And then you're going to find people who are really hungry. These hungry people, these are the people, they might not have the money now, but that's the person you want to work with because that's the person who sees the vision. They see what you're doing, they see all the success. That call, $4,600. Tell me a time and place that you can make a $4,600 call by helping someone buy a product that can change their life. I think it's awesome.
Sick. Love it. Absolutely love it. So let's dive into the last part, what we want to talk about
Yeah.
here. And this is a chance for 10 lucky mofos on the web to work with Lawrence and I personally, one-on-one, mano a mano, or woman a mano, whatever that works, in something that we are rolling out called the War Room. Now, I'll just tell you a story. There's two amazing marketers out there in the world of marketing. One's called Ryan, the other one's called Perry. Ryan
So
works
you
very
did
well.
learn this from that Dice, that digital marketer event.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, see, that's good money well spent, man. 'Cause I couldn't go, and I was asking you about it, and you're like, I found some stuff out we should implement. All right, cool.
7K for Layla and I to go. We paid it in a heartbeat. We pay it again 10 times over from the value that we got from that seminar. So they came up with something a couple of years ago called the War Room. And what they did is they took 10 marketers, all from, some had zero results already, some had, 3 or 4 on the results scale, some had 8 or 9 on the results scale. They were making all the way from someone that was making no money to some people that were making 20 or so thousand a month. They took this, and rather than just doing personal coaching, which a lot of people do, where it's just one-on-one sessions and that's it, they decided to do something like a round table. They decided to not only have the two of them teaching everybody what they know, what they learn, give them access to everything, they decided then to have the 10 participants in the War Room interact with each other and build masterminds and JV. And they did a study, because these guys have been around for a long time and they've done personal coaching before. They blew their old personal one-on-one session coaching clients up against the War Room 10 people that they tested, and I think I can't remember the exact number. It was like 876 or 870 something percent bigger
Oh,
increase in the War Room people's income over 12 months than the people that they just spent the time with. So when we learned this, I'm like, we have to implement this. So what Lawrence and I are going to do, we're going to take 10 individuals and start our own War Room. So you're talking about Layla and I, since we've come online, I think we're about 750K. That's what we've burned since we've come online in like 3 years.
that's crazy.
I'm not sure where Lawrence.
That's crazy.
I'm not sure where. I know, because it makes you think, where the hell does it all go?
It goes to foie gras hamburgers.
Yeah, that's fair. Lawrence, I'm sure, I know for certain, has done well over 400, because he's done over 430 just inside. What would you say, if you had to just off the top of your head?
With the master's course is probably what 70. Probably about 400. I've probably done on average 50,000 a year for the last 4 years, so that's 200,000. So probably about right 650, 700 probably.
Exactly. And that's us playing low numbers, because we don't want to hype anything.
Yeah.
So that's two guys that have done 1.4 million on the internet,
Part time.
and what part-time, we were going to give you everything. So we're going to take 10 people and we're going to put them in the War Room. So it's not just going to be the one-on-one sessions. You're going to get the 6 one-on-one 90-minute sessions with us. You're also going to get 3 War Room webinars. We're also going to do a chat room. We're doing a private FB group. And that's basically the layout of what's inside, in the formula inside the War Room. The reason that we don't just want to do the 6 90-minute phone calls and training is because that's what people used to do. But now with picking up Ryan and Perry's stuff with the War Room, it's so powerful that you can form these alliances, these JV deals, to take the knowledge and the training that we give and completely skyrocket it to a whole different level you could never even imagine because you're doing these you're putting these JVs together. So it's a really, really powerful thing. Now in the trainings, what we're basically going to do is that let me see if I put some info on it. Yeah, I did. We what we're gonna do is we're gonna not just tell you and show what to do. We're gonna do it with you. So we're gonna go from ground zero, where you are in your business, and we're gonna break down every single pillar, starting with the foundation, so you have in place every single pillar you need to have a successful, long-lasting, duplicating, successful scaling business on the internet. So we're actually going to help you do it with you, create a highly profitable, quantum scaling online business from the ground up on 6 90 minutes hands-on coaching calls. So basically, guys, just in the past, I know from Lawrence and I personally, just in the past few months, collectively, we've spent $60,000 on coaching and consulting, probably over that.
Yeah.
So you're getting that bit of knowledge. I know in the past few years, Layla and I have spent, this is on a low side, 150,000 on personal development coaching. I'm sure Lawrence is exactly there too. So you're taking close to 400,000, and that's on the low end. Thousand worth of volume or worth of coaching and training that we've learned, and we're cramming it into this. We're going to set the foundation within your mind. This is what's most important. This isn't just marketing training. This is about taking your mind from the employee mindset or the broke mindset or the stuck mindset and taking it to a place where you can create and hit every single goal that you want to in your life. You want to go out and make 10,000 a month? It's a done deal. You have the mindset that you're absolutely going to do it without a shadow of a doubt. You're going to make 100K a month. You're going to have the mind, techniques, and habits to instill the belief that you can do it without a shadow of a doubt. So you go out and do it. Guys, this is the most important element. Why do you think people pay $50,000 to $100,000 to $250,000 to $1,000,000 to spend a day, to spend a weekend with guys like Tony Robbins, to spend a weekend with guys like Chet Holmes before he passed away? Because they understand the how-to crap. The marketing stuff is important. Yes, you need to know how to do it, but you can learn that anywhere. The true mindset power is how you get to the next level. The difference between Layla and I living in the basement of a bar and making multiple 5 figures, 6 figures a month is a mindset shift. Total mindset shift. Inside of the War Room, this is what I'm really, really excited about. We're going to help you and assist you create and market your first ever info product. So you can use it as a front-end marketing tool to dramatically increase your EN sales overnight. So imagine in your sales funnel for EN, because remember, the guys who are making the silly money at the top have their own products instilled in them. Even if it's just a $2 ebook or a $3 audio, the immediate leverage that it shows you over your prospect, and it lets them buy right away and get them into a buying mood is huge. So we're actually going to sit down, and Layla and I have done well over $250,000 part-time from our own products on autopilot over the past year and a half to 2 years without even touching them, doing that kind of income, which is absolutely crazy, just pure autopilot. And that's only generating about 10-20 leads to those funnels a day. Show you how to do that. The collaboration webinars are going to be really, really powerful, guys, because this is where we're going to take the true mastermind sense, where if someone's good at copywriting, we partner them up with someone that's good at techie stuff to build sites, or if someone's good on video, we're actually going to see what people's strengths are, partner them up for their collaboration so they can transform those relationships into multiple five-figure months, maybe six-figure months outside of EN. See, what we're teaching is we're teaching and going to be assisting you to build your EM business to where you want it to be, but we're letting you and giving you the space in your mind to grow bigger than that, to create your own stuff, to create your own culture, your own brand around what you're doing, just as Lawrence and Layla and I have done. You're going to get direct access to Lawrence and I's team. It's copywriter, programmer, traffic sources, phone team, scripts, the whole kit and caboodle. I'm talking everything because we understand that for you to scale your business up to where we're at, you need to have exactly what we have at our disposal and our fingertips, and we definitely want to get you there too. You're also going to get one ticket to Black and Tam Incorporated's first ever live event.
Woohoo!
First, woohoo, that's going to be absolutely wicked. Price point for that event anywhere from 197 all the way up to 297 a ticket. We're going to keep it small and selective and really exclusive so we can have that really close mastermind feel. And guys, we understand the war room isn't for everyone. It's for people who want to make 5 to 6 figures monthly in 2013, no questions asked. If
Yeah,
you are,
definitely.
yeah, and it's not for everybody, and that's okay, guys. Understanding that it may not be for you is fine. Just know the person who wants the crazy success, the lifestyle, the multiple cars, the home, the freedom, the peace of mind of not worrying about bills, the ability to go and travel for a week or 2 weeks with your family, the ability to spend $6,000 to your parents just on a whim to help them out do something. The people that want to do that, the people that want to win, the people that want to truly win, are the people who the war forum or the war room is definitely for.
Yeah, I want to add, since Toby and Layla and myself have sponsored was like 1,350 people, we don't want to talk to 1,350 people. I mean, understand that these are all buyers too. It's not like we don't love them. You probably bought from us. We love them all. But let's just be real. It's unmanageable at this point. We want to work with the select few we believe who really want to just step it up. And a lot of you on this webinar, you were where I was about 10 months ago, making 5 to 10,000 a month, right? And when David Wood talked to me and David Sharp talked to me, and they're like, even Dagan Smith was like, there's no reason you're not making 30K a month. And I just laughed in their face because I didn't see enough people having success. But guess what? There's a lot of people having success in Empower, and we're going to show you what we're doing to get you past that belief level, because that really, in my book, that was the only thing. I mean, I had the skill set. It was there. Everyone saw it, but I didn't. But we want to be able to break it down to a point where we have a manageable list. You're going to be in in a group separate from everything else, and plus I want to keep you on one of our speed dials. Because these are things that's like I learn best from others who are growing. And it's really hard to learn from someone when you don't know if they have skin in the game or who are really all in, right? I mean, even though they bought all products, you can talk to people and they're like, "Nah, I'd rather go fishing." Like, really? Really go fishing than like learn how to drive this traffic over here? And so, the way Toby and I move, we move very fast. Okay, like I don't like I believe we move faster than our mentors. Like our mentors are like, we'll do this, and Toby and I were like, no, we're gonna hammer this, and we're going. And the one of the cool things about online is, you break things all the time. It's cool, but it's cool to break things and then see other people break things, so you can learn from others' mistakes. Learning from other people's mistakes, in my opinion, is a fast way to just avoiding headaches. It's learning from those, and then you can scale up and go where you want to go. Oh, free slot. You want to talk about the free slot?
Yeah, inside the war room also you're gonna get included in our 10K a month master co-op, where basically all you have to do is give us your link and done for you traffic to your buy page. And it's not just one time, your link then goes in the follow-up series too. So every day, sometimes twice a day, with
Yep.
the emails going out written by yours truly and some other high-end copywriters, your link's going to be going out. So that's like priceless. That's generating business for you.
We want you to succeed, and we want you to succeed bad.
We want
Like, I don't know if that's the right word, but like badly.
we want you to be 100 plus K a month income earner right away, so you can help 10 or 12 people make 10K a month, who can help 10, 12 people make 1,200 a month, so we can have this massive circle of people all making money, bettering the economy, bettering society, and of course, you helping so many people get what they want, you're going to get what you want. Now, I'm going to get to the price here. There's one last thing I wanted to talk about, and that was the fact that Lawrence was talking about learning from people's mistakes. You are taking the knowledge from two marketers who have made millions, 1.4, that's on the reserve side.
Reserve.
That's what we want to tell the IRS. 1.4 million in our time on the internet, have generated over 80,000 leads.
Yep.
Have generated filled rooms of 3 to 500 people, have created their own products and services, have done MLM and done IM and been successful in both. And you're tapping into you're tapping into all that knowledge, which is great, but more importantly, you're tapping into the bullshit mistakes that we've made. So we can take you, and Layla and I were making 1,500 a month on the internet after our first 8 or so months online. You're taking the mistakes that we've made and fast tracking them. You're jumping over, so you're running on this mission. You're always, and I want to talk a little bit about living in a mission, on a mission. You're running on your mission to financial freedom, and normally there's going to be these brick walls that you're immediately able to go over and sometimes through these brick walls because you have the belief. But you have the knowledge, you have our support, you have our team behind you, but you're not going to have to go through the roadblocks that we did. You're able to fast track it. So Layla and I, from zero income and experience to, in 3 years, multiple 5-figure months, that's pretty quick.
That's crazy.
You're going to be able to do it quicker. You're going to be able to do it much quicker because you have the knowledge of our mistakes that we've made.
Yeah.
So what is the price point? The price point for the first 10 people.
10.
And I know
like seriously, 10.
I know we'll hit it right away. That's at 10 people. Is going to be $10,000. After that, it immediately jumps to $25,000, and that's going to be the price point for the war room when it gets rolled out again. If we roll it out again, is going to be $25,000.
And the reason the reason we said 25 is because we actually pay our mentors 25 grand. Like, that's no joke. I mean, we spend money on mentoring.
Let me jump to one of the bullets here, and I just give you like a real life. We've spent, where is it? It's like 85. Yeah, basically you're getting over $85,000 in real value when we broke it down to our highest converting sales funnel, the placement, the copywriting, the mindset behind it, how to develop the habits of being successful online, how to scale up your business, the tracking, the tweaking, all of that stuff, how much money we've invested in our coaches and mentors. Is over $85,000 that you're getting in value, real life value, for 10 grand. Now let's think about that for a second. If you were to go to school, Lawrence is making, let's just be devil's advocate, on average, 70,000 a month right now. We know it's way more than that.
I did 70 in the first week.
In the first week. So he's going to be doing easily 150 to 200, but we're being so conservative here because we want to play devil's advocate. On the low side, Layla and I making 50K a month. On the low side, so combine $120,000 a month, which is like 1.5 million a year, or more than that, isn't it? My math's terrible. Should we just go 1.5?
Yeah, that's around.
That's it. That's regular. So 1.5 million a year knowledge. You can go to school for 8 years and then go to some other 2 years PhD, whatever you do after that, to get a high-level doctorate and make average 120K a year, high end, a million, maybe probably 800 a year, unless you
Going
own a
to an office.
yeah, go unless you own a couple of different practices. Going to an office, that's most doctors work 6 days a week.
With
That's
malpractice insurance.
yeah, with 8 to 12 hours a day, being on call, never having a life, going to an office. But remember those 8 to 10 years of schooling you went to, going to the office, going to always being on call, never been able to relax. That's just one example. Oh, and how much did that schooling cost? Well, you're probably paying back student loans between 15 and 20 years, maybe even as much as 30 years with that hanging over your head that you owe those tuition fees back, just to end up and come out and make maybe 10 to maybe 30K or 40K a month. We can show you something that can triple or quadruple that income monthly, and it's we're not going to guarantee it, but we've seen what we've been able to do in 60, 90, 126 months to a year. Let's take another example with a lawyer. It's the same thing. You're going to school to be a high-end lawyer 4 to 6 years. You're probably looking at 200,000 at least in school fees. And then correct me if I'm wrong on any of this numbers, because I'm clearly the guy that never went to school, hated school, so I don't know any of these numbers. I'd just be picking up and learning what people are paying and paying very close attention. 4 to 6 years of schooling, 200,000 plus in college tuition debt. Coming out, if you're actually going to get a job, remember 80% of people that go to school for the degree never actually get it in that profession.
True.
And maybe you come out and you on a high end 7 to 15, maybe 40,000 a month income. Again, we're going to show you how to triple that income, slash those by a year max, 2 years to succeed, and have the time freedom. That's the biggest thing here, guys. Have the time freedom to go along with it. Today, for example, woke up, took our niece to go for breakfast, did about 2 hours of work. Layla and I had lunch, watched that show, did about an hour of work, and then I played my guitar for a bit. Layla and I did some shopping, came back, and then we took our niece out for dinner, and we went to a movie, came back and did this. And right now, before I jump on the webinar, we had made $5,625 today. So we made that today, all from what you are tapping into, just pure time freedom while making money. It's actually pretty stupid what's being made. So you have to say to yourself right now, what is your lifestyle? What is your dream lifestyle worth to you? Because to us, our dream lifestyle is priceless. So we understand at the drop of a hat, we'll invest 30K in coaching. Now, right now, dropping 30K in coaching is cool. We'll do it any minute. But 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when we didn't have a pot to piss in, dropping 10,000, which we did on coaching, dropping 5,000, dropping 2,500 on a seminar, that was a big decision for us. We had to scrape, borrow, and do everything we possibly could, use a couple of cards to do these coaching things, but we did it because we knew that by doing that, we were here. We were paying someone that had specialized knowledge that we knew we needed in order to get up here. So the fastest way for us to get there is to pay someone that's already there, that's already making the money, that's already getting the results. So guys, if you're looking at that $10,000 mark and you're saying that's too expensive, you are the person that this course is for. Because we want you to look at that $10,000 and say, I'll do it in a heartbeat. I'll do 10 times that much because I know the 10 times I pay for it, I'll get it back 100 times over.
Yep. Can you put the link up? chronomarketer.com/private-coaching. And no joke, my wife is like, Jessica, I love her to death. And she goes, if you do anything, make sure it's worth your time. I actually have a sticky note on my desk that says 10-minute limit. Like, she's telling me, look, if you're going to do coaching, make sure it's with people who really want it. I did a small test to do some mastermind, and I did it for free. And the only way you could get into it was a 5-person team. Problem with it was free. And I truly believe that was the downfall. When you don't have skin in the game, people don't have an excuse to come in and actually work and learn and put in time. And so even though some of those members in there are professional baseball players or they're awesome on the internet, but the deal is they didn't have skin in the game, and I didn't charge for time. And what happened was it fell apart. It wasn't what I had wanted. And the same goes for my own training. I have thousands and thousands of dollars worth of training and hours of my time in my Team Project Mayhem site, and people don't respect it because it's free. So I truly believe for people to really invest their time into it, they got to put their skin in the game. And we're here really to take only a select few who are ready, right? This isn't like a abstract, kind of deal. We're gonna help you get that mind right first, of course, because if your mind isn't right, no matter what we tell you, you're just gonna reject it, and your body will find ways to to make you fail. But really, if I had this opportunity back back in 2008, I was generating 70 leads a day using Google PPC, using paid traffic. Hint, hint, using paid traffic. I would be where I had wanted to be today years ago. But I didn't because really the only way I could make someone who had more success than myself take notice was to make them money first. And it was very hard to do it because, like Wood and Dagan and Brian Finale, and there's a lot of different mentors, and their method is, well, it's like network marketing. You make them money, they pay attention to you. But really, you want someone to sit down with you and kind of just show you some of the stuff they're doing, plus seeing other people in the same kind of niche, what they're doing, so you can collaborate. It's being able to really drive a small unit of people forward, because we all have a strong skill set in something, we all lack in something. But really, I mean, 70 leads in a day should be nothing for a lot of members that are going to be coming on, because we're going to teach you numbers. I'm a numbers guy. We're going to teach you copywriting. We're going to show you some of our skill sets, and we're going to help you leverage what we're doing. And really, personally, there's some people on here in this webinar, just it's not ready for them, and that's cool, And when it rolls around, it will be $25,000. Why? Because that's what we spend for our own training, and it doesn't make sense to not charge that. But we want to make sure we have a small group right now. Everyone on this webinar, I believe 95% are still on. You're in our master's team. And we wanted to charge a lower number because, well, if we make you succeed, you're going to be throwing us $3,000 pass ups all day long. And so that was part of the benefit, too, that we don't just open it up to all of Empower. But yeah, we have less than 100 people on this webinar. And we wanted to keep it small and tight. Even though a lot of you, we want to be able to show you this. This is something that's dear to our heart. I mean, we see a lot of ourselves in you, and we want you to actually succeed to the highest level and to do it very, very quickly.
And remember, guys, the story I told about Ryan Dice and Perry Belcher's War Room team.
Yeah.
You want to be in that first group. You want to be that person whose income grows 800% in 12 months. You want to be that person who went from zero to $80,000 a month. Think about that, what it's going to do for your life, your lifestyle, and your family. Maybe for some people, 80,000 isn't even fathomable right now. Maybe 10,000 is that sustainable income that will dramatically change your life. Whatever it is, you want to be a part of that test group, because the publicity, the marketing, the social proof, and the story that you're going to be able to develop by being in our first 10 test group is going to be absolutely epic. So come over to this website right now, chronomarketer.com/private coaching. It's going to look like this. You're going to come to this page if you are not serious. We don't want anybody coming to this page that isn't serious about their business, who hasn't made the decision that they're going to be successful. We don't want you coming here, if I hate to say it, if you're saying to yourself you can't afford it. Because guess what? If that's what you're saying to yourself, you can't.
Yeah.
Even if it's not sitting there right now, if you say I can and I will, you'll create it to go and do it.
Yeah.
You'll create it. So do not come to this page unless you're 100% serious. Do not come to this page unless you truly, truly want Lawrence and I, because we're going to give a lot. We're going to give a ton in this coaching, in this work. We're going to give a lot. We want people that are ready to take that, give more, and succeed at the end of the day. And I'm just flat out excited to see how many people go from whatever they're making right now to tripling it, quadrupling it at record breaking time, and just seeing the social proof and what happens from it. I just
So
can't
we
wait.
have some people go, hey, can we split it as a team? I'm like, no, no, we need individuals
No.
because each person's different. And then people are like, well, how about the chrono marketer done for you? I'm like, well, that's only like $500 worth of traffic on a funnel that you're not physically branded in, and we're not teaching you what we're teaching you. So it's a totally different beast.
It's like the chrono marketer done for you $500 a month share is thinking about the right now. You want to be thinking about in the months and years to come, you growing a business, a brand, and a legacy on the internet that you can pass down and have true wealth.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. And we're going to show you the ins and outs of building a true funnel, how you do back ends, how you upsell, and basically we want to be able to duplicate you because if we do that, we know if you make money, you'll make us money because you're part of our team. And so this is why we didn't offer this to our basics or inner circles or Costa Rica 15Ks. These are only those who took the quick initiative to buying the master's course. So there's only a select few, less than 100 people in here right now.
So what we're going to do right now, if you're watching this on the recording, go ahead and fill in the web form below, and Lawrence and I will give you a call within the next 24 to 48 hours, or our assistant, to set up a consultation to see if you're the right fit for us, if we're the right fit for you. So if you're watching the recording on this page, go ahead and click the button below right now and take action. Lawrence, if you'll press stop on the recording, and then we can answer some people's questions.